Okay. So let's see. So hi, today I'm gonna try to start drawing again. It's been quite a long time since I haven't done an actual completed drawing, so I thought I'd try. And there's already three of you guys out there, so hello to you. I'm just trying to make the chat pop, so I'll be able to see your yeah, hey cat. So I'm trying to make the chat pop, and I'm gonna try to draw something since I had a little time, and you know how it goes. Once I had the idea in mind, the seed was planted, and the only thing I thought about was get back to drawing. So I'm gonna try to do something. Hopefully it will go pretty well. So I'm gonna make the chat pop out, so I'll be able to see your questions or remarks. As you can see, I've got nothing. I'm starting blank. I probably should have started something before, just to make sure it would go well. I have an idea, so I'm gonna I'm not starting from scratch, and I made a very fast sketch that is nowhere near as anatomically correct, but I've got the main idea. I want to do a sort of confrontation between two characters, one of them being a sort of shield maiden, inspired by one character I drew maybe 2 or 3 years ago. I think I have it here, that I really liked, this one. So this is probably gonna be one of the characters, and fighting some sort of troll, I guess, that is going to try to grab her and catch her over her shield. So I'm gonna try to do some kind of defensive stance from her part, and we'll see how it goes. The troll, I have a vague idea of the head. I wanted something animalistic, but also partly humanoid. So I'm gonna try to do this, but as you can see, it's very rough. So none of the anatomy is correct or definite, so I'm really flying blind here. So I'm gonna try to do something cool anyway, but it'll be kind of a surprise, both for me and for you guys. So I'm gonna get rid of my reset, because it's pretty, but it's an hindrance when you're drawing. And we're gonna try it. Okay, so I'm gonna take the soft surface. Okay, so here we're gonna have the shield. Maybe he's gonna be a bit more right here. What have I? Yeah. Okay, and then I want something dynamic. So this is gonna be it ain't gonna be easy. So the legs are gonna go here, the bust is gonna go here, she's gonna have her elbow, and I'm not entirely sure how the hand or the, so I'm gonna do this for a starter, sort of generic position, Maybe I want her to be a bit more aggressive with the sword. So I'll see later. We're gonna start with something pretty generic. Okay. Most important part when you're doing a composition like this with a lot of action is having something pretty dynamic. So obviously I want the head of the beast to be quite impressive in size. I really want a big thing. Maybe he's going to be a bit big. Probably should start with... I'm gonna go... You know what? I'm actually gonna start with the head. So I did something I pretty liked here. Half human, half animal with a sort of snout that resembles a nose. You know, not completely human, not completely animal. I try to do something similar. Of course, when you do a drawing, you always have a hard time getting the actual when you got it right the first time. You always have a hard time getting it the same way afterwards. And I'm not completely settled on the look of the beast, but first I was going for a sort of hyena, you know, like a gnoll or something like that. Then I thought I might do something Viking oriented, because I really like the character design of the character. His teeth look a little goofy right now, but I'll change them. It's just a base. Anyway, grotesque is good for enemies. If they look both frightening and grotesque, you know. All enemies, well, enemies don't always look super cool and, you know, like nice dragons or stuff. Trolls are pretty often display pretty grotesque, but they're dangerous nonetheless. You know, they're ferocious beasts. So doesn't always have to look super cool. Just sometimes the sheer size of the creature and its violence is enough to give a sense of dread. So I'll see. Maybe it'll be completely different by the end. I'll see. Is this hey Mark, hey bro, how do you do? How are you going? How's it going? Not entirely satisfied with the drawback here, but I just need to have the head settled. Then I'll be able to make some changes according to the size, the proportions of the beast. I wanted something a bit furry. And partially, yeah, human, so I think he's gonna have some kind of weapon, I think. To make him more dangerous. Some kind of primitive weapon. But of course it's only the start of the drawing, so... Okay, so we're gonna make him pretty muscular, because it's a big beast. So... This... You know, doing anatomy is really a bad idea to start drawing again. So either he's gonna be hanging on the shield, because the shield's gonna protect the shield maiden. But either he's gonna handle his weapon from the left arm or from the right. You know, haven't decided yet, so I'm gonna make tries. Often my characters have several arms before I've fully decided. He's gonna be... I don't know if I make him very bulky and muscular, or actually with a big head, just like a minotaur, and a kind sort of slender body, but still muscular and a bit, you know, deformed like dwarves or trolls. You know, with big hands, but very thin muscles. I could make him bite the shield. That would actually be cool. He's gonna bite the shield. That's gonna be a lot cooler. So we're gonna see the inside of the shield, I think. Then again, I liked the teeth that were under. I always hate doing drawings again when I had it right the first time. This jaw is supposed to be way more opened. Looks a little bit like a minotaur. Hey, Mission Noise. What's up? I'm trying to draw, and I'm a bit rusty, to say the least. So this is gonna be definitely hard. I'm gonna focus on her stance first. Still haven't decided if she was going to hold to have a helmet on or not. I think she will. And the very classic Viking helmet also. But I may change the position. See later. Shouldn't see her here. convinced by this beast at all. It's gonna be really hard to have the beast being set on top here. So I'm sorry if I'm silent, but I really have to concentrate actually. This is gonna be a armor. Shit. There's something off. He's gonna have this kind of weird axe, like prehistoric axes, you know, like these kind of axes. Let me show you. I got it somewhere. One of the dudes I drew. Yeah, this one. See, these type of Bronze Age axes. I think they look really cool. So I think he's gonna have one of these. But I'll see later. Where is she? She's here. Looks a bit small, but hi, it's a weapon. What I'm really concerned about is the lower body, because obviously some big guy like this, he's gonna be standing. First I thought he could be like completely on top of the shield, but have to find where the hand is gonna be. He's gonna have huge forearms. This will give a more sort of deformed aspect. Man, I decided to start drawing again, doing some fucking anatomy. My god. I'm not very smart, am I? So it's actually for me it's actually the longest part to find this good stance. Once you have it, you can start doing the details, and I'm actually quite good at it. Just, you know, finding the stance, correct live looking stance, is always hard. Gonna buff him a little bit. He's probably gonna have not clothes, but he's gonna have some minor jewelry, like Celtic jewelry or something like that. And his face is definitely gonna change. But I think we're onto something here. We're onto something. I'm concerned about the hand. What is he gonna do? He's trying to grab the shield, or he's being pushed. So maybe the hand is like this. Could be like this also. I'll see afterwards, but That could work. No, he's being pushed back. Tasmania, yeah, looks a little bit like Taz. Well, actually, the first one I did look like Taz, you know. I'm gonna change him, but I was definitely looking for some kind of beastie humanoid. So I guess, yeah, Taz. Just I'm gonna make sure he looks like a very mean Taz. You know, the really Taz you don't want to mess with. Then again, I'm not sure you want to mess with Taz. Pretty destructive cartoon character. I need to find a more dynamic pose for her also. He's gonna be like running. Oh man, that is some hard. I really haven't chosen his axe is gonna be bigger though, because he's a big dude. That's gonna be it. I'm not going for something over the top, you know, heroic fantasy, a blade that's huge. I don't think it'll be the drawing of the century, even following my own standards, but hopefully it'll get pretty cool. Oh well, Kat, you've got all my my sympathies. Sorry to hear that. Fun to paint and yeah. Well, you're very welcome. Glad to hear that you appreciate. And sorry for your loss. Yeah, drawing is definitely very nice passion. It's a bit tricky when you haven't done it for a long time. Really depends on the day. You know, there are some days you're surprisingly good, even if you haven't trained or drawn anything in a long time, and some days you do utter shit. And I haven't still decided which day it is. So these shields, actually, the Viking shields, they are handled in the mill. Actually, you know, often you put some straps in the movies. You can see straps, but actually the Viking shield has a. Well, I can show you. There you go. So I got a shield. There's a central shit. It's gonna be too big. I won't be able to show you. Yeah, there's a central handle there. So they're actually holding by the center, these shields. So that's what I'm gonna try to do. And then again, that is being a perfectionist, because no one will see it, but I have to find a stance that explains that she can cope with the weight of the beast. So probably you won't see her hand, but it mustn't look weird in any case. Anyway, she's gonna have this cool scale armor on top, so it should draw the attention. So she's gonna have a pretty large bust, because she's wearing, well, she's a female first of all, and then she's wearing this scale armor on top of male armor, chainmail. So she's gonna be a bit bulky, and her head isn't gonna be placed there. So this is gonna be the top of her chainmail. It's gonna go there, so the volumes are gonna go like this. And then she has a chainmail. And what is she gonna do with her sword? So she's just got cloth here. And what's gonna be her... I'd like something a little more aggressive, as if she was going to stab him. Then again, Viking sword weren't primarily made for stabbing, but... And if I make her stab motion, it'll be in front of her face. So... Not sure I found the easiest drawing to start drawing again. I should have done something little, but I guess I wanted to show off, so... Once I have the major parts settled though, it's gonna go real fast. Well, it's not gonna go real fast, but it'll be very... Parts are gonna become very good, very fast, but... Oh my god, doing a body. I think I'm gonna put him some clothes just so I won't have to draw the legs as much. So, she's basically pushing him off. So, either he's running and being stopped, or she's actually really pushing him. But if she's pushing him, her stance isn't good. And if she's stopping him, then he should be really like running like this. I think yeah, that should... Yeah, okay. So this will be better. So I'm gonna go fast because in most cases you find solutions by going fast. And I'm gonna put some stuff down there to hide what I don't want to draw. You know, drawing is a big part of drawing is knowing how to cheat and not showing everything, the things you're having a hard time drawing, or the thing that would look a little weird from where you stand. So she's gonna have kind of a big head because of the style of the drawing. Obviously it's a little cartoony, just like there. She's got a rather big head, maybe a little too much, but I don't know, I like it. So obviously she's gonna have a big head. It's not realistic because realism isn't everything. And I'm gonna enhance the dynamism because she was way too static. So I'm wondering, either that's alright, that's not bad for a base. And he's gonna have like this foot. I still haven't decided if he's gonna be more human or more animal, so I'm gonna do some kind of generic foot. Okay. It's good for now. I'm gonna try to find something a little more suited for the face, something a bit more. I need to find the right face. It's gonna be a mean looking troll. Doesn't really look like a troll actually. Definitely looks mean though. have to find the right teeth. So and I haven't fully decided if I'm gonna keep these small horns, make them bigger. So if you have any opinion, tell me. You know, I can change the monster. He's more he's some sort of hybrid, because I want to try something original. So she should be yelling. Tea's getting cold. Yeah, definitely, it is. You're right. Still temperate. It was pretty hot, but thanks for the reminder. By the way, hi, or ho. Yeah, you know, I'm pretty used to drinking tea, cold tea. I don't mind, actually. Okay. I think the drawing might look pretty nice by the end. Won't be my best, but... So... You know what? I think I'm gonna give him a beard, so it'll actually hide the hand I don't want to draw. So he's gonna be a big bearded kind of troll. But I'm still gonna put the teeth underneath. Salut Charlotte. Ça va? Bon, j'ai été voir l'appart.
Ouais, je voulais t'appeler, mais j'avais plus de batterie.
Ouais, c'est pour ça que j'avais pris le fixe ici.
Tu fasses quelque chose pour ton bureau, mon père.
Ouais.
Vraiment.
Je vais faire quelque chose pour mon bureau. Oh yeah, beard. But if I'm giving him a beard, maybe I should give him a mustache, but I don't think so. I don't know how should it look. Funny looking. Charlotte? Je fasse quelque chose pour mon bureau. Quoi? C'est comme papier. Could have been more dynamic. He could have been crushed. Could have lost some teeth. But see that later. Maybe I'll change the face later. Charlotte, je suis en train de filmer au fait. Hein.
Ok. Mais filmer genre en stream ou...
Oh, ouais, en stream, ouais.
Ah ok.
Ah, hein? Tu dis quoi?
Non bah j'ai dit on parle pas.
So she's gonna have a typical Viking helmet. She's also gonna be yelling. She's a Viking, you know. So obviously she's gonna be yelling. Won't start the armor now though, because it's kind of long and to do all the scales. Gonna focus on the beast first. So she's gonna have this. And here she's gonna have the scabbard going down. The empty scabbard. So here it's gonna be like that. But you know, obviously drawing takes time, so it's often more rewarding to see the drawing almost finished with ink being put on, or a video made accelerated. And she's gonna have these big sort of trousers that Rus. Oh shit! First, I forgot she still has another cloth here, if I remember correctly. Yeah, she does. She's got a lot of. She's got these big Varangian trousers, pants, and then of course these things holding there you go. God, it's been such a long time. Okay, why not? So that's gonna be a...
Vous allez accueillir tous mes collègues pour les corrections brevets.
Ah ouais?
Ouais. Et tous chez vous.
Génial. You know what? I'm actually gonna use my old drawing as a reference. God. I'm a bit rusty, aren't I? I'm a bit rusty. Okay, so I'm gonna start doing the details. What I like is when you put the eyes, the characters, they spring to life, you know? Shadows, gonna be pretty much the same. So if I remember correctly, yes, that's how it was. Our head is slightly smaller than on the original drawing. This pencil isn't very precise. I'm being very dirty right now. The head isn't nearly as big enough. The helmet is gonna be bigger. Need a refill. Ah. Ah, ça fait 3/4 d'heure. Je sais pas. Je peux aussi le couper. Hein. De toute façon. Ah, il est ici. Je l'avais pris au cas où tu m'appelles en fait. Faut l'utiliser portable. I'm gonna be logical and I'm gonna start with the top of the drawing, the monster, and then I'll go down. I'll avoid putting crap on the drawing. And also I'm gonna use this. He's gonna have a shiny snout. And I'm gonna change these teeth. I'm really not satisfied with them. I want something nastier, something more primal, something bigger.
Ah ben là maintenant faut faire tout le boulot. Hein. Oui, parce que vous en plus vous n'avez pas les numéros qui sont rangés, mais vous allez le faire sur le moment, il fallait tout simplement copier les liens. Mais bon, ouais. Moi c'est ce que je me suis dit, ça me paraissait évident, parce que c'est pas le mec justement qui a fait les photos, mais sinon c'est dans ses dossiers, il aurait les numéros. Enfin, ça me paraissait très bizarre que la personne puisse récupérer des photos alors qu'elles sont liées, à moins qu'elle ait accès à la base de données.
Oops. Hey Thunder. Shining really makes the difference. Yeah. I'm still way too not too tidy, but I don't know how many teeth I'm supposed to make, but so I'm gonna do the same thing here. The bigger tooth is gonna be on the side here. He's prognat. I don't know if you say this in English, but he's got some tooth sticking out. Looks a bit nastier, I think. But I should be more tidy, you know. It's always been an issue. I'm not tidy. The arm is like way too long, but the beast isn't really proportioned like a human being, so. But I thought I might, you know, give him some kind of a, like, you know, like a boar, or, you know, some kind of protruding fur here. Could. I don't know if it will really give a cool effect. I think I'm gonna give him some minor features and elements, like of clothing. It's gonna have an arm band here. He look a little more nasty. I'm gonna give him some sort of jewelry also. Some sort of Celtic jewelry. Thanks. Yeah, that's what I told you. Once I have the main features done, there's time for fun. Adding the details and, you know, correcting the... He's actually having his muscle squeezed by the... I'm sorry, I'm concentrating, so I'm having difficulties finding my words. And see, he's getting a little more dressed. Gives him a more live-like stance and presence on the drawing. I have to put some beads of sorts in his beard. What do you think? Do I keep the beard? Maybe if I'm making a little slender, it will look better. It would be more dynamic. See? Oh, it's minor. Because this is gonna be protruding a little more. I could put the hand here. He's gonna be invading her space a little more if I do this. Not sure. Anyways, arm here is way too long, so I didn't have the space for the hand, but the arm was way too long, so could go something like this. You know, it's not good, but it can be corrected. Tell me what you think, even if it's not perfect. Does the stance... Oh, okay, I'm gonna put the umbo here. That's actually good. You're gonna see the umbo. you know, this part of the shield that protrudes and that protects the hand inside. Because Viking shields were actually pretty fragile, so you needed this metal part here that would protect the hand no matter what, even if the shield ended up shattered. Now, am I gonna put him some clothes or not? No, I'm definitely gonna put some fur down there because I don't want to be, you know, too graphic. But am I going for something very beast-like, or, you know, but like I've done some sort of Celtic bracelet, so could be like a Pict, you know, like a sort of berserk going into battle almost naked. But he could have some piece of equipment just hiding the parts, or just, you know, some kind of huge belt with skulls. You know, why not? Definitely looks like some kind of barbarian, so could have big as belts here. You know, with skulls hanging or even heads. Well, if he's wearing an arm ring and a bracelet, he might as well. Yeah, Thunder, he could. Then again, you know, he could just be, you know, he could just cherish these two jowls without wanting to put anything more on him. But you're right, could be. I think I'm gonna put him some kind of badass belt, but I don't know what type. Hi, Stefan. It's pretty dynamic. I'm pretty happy because it's really been a long time since I haven't drawn, and the thing is it's risky to do something so dynamic. But I'm being way too careless and very dirty in the drawing, but it could have gone should be good at the end, but I think I'm gonna spend a lot of time cleaning my own mess. So we wanna hide these. Could put some sort of primitive chainmail. Belt is a great idea. Will you approve the finish push-on? Yeah, Thunder. Yeah, probably. I haven't put anything on my Twitter for a long time, but I guess I can. You know, I'll take a picture when it's finished. Study for finals. It's more important, Thunder. And good luck. You know, good courage. And sure you're gonna do okay, but you gotta study. So yeah, I'll take a picture and I'll upload it to Twitter. Nothing's off with the proportions, right? So I'm gonna put some kind of clothes here, and I still have to find something for the belts. So wait, it's definitely gonna be, there's some kind of perspective. So here I was going for something, oh, maybe I should do something very primitive, like a belt made out of stones, you know, but carved stones. You know, some very then again, he's got some fine jewelry here. So he could have very little equipment, but pretty finely crafted. Because I was going for something maybe very primitive, like stones that were carved and just, you know, tied together with some kind of rope. Something very, you know, poorly crafted. But could actually have something a bit more fancy, as if it was some kind of, you know, brute champion of some kind of primitive people, but he could actually have some sort of art on him, even if he's some kind of barbarian. But I have to find a design that suits, or just, you know, generic skulls, a bout of skulls. Let's imagine where he could live. Obviously, for me, he's living in some kind of natural state. It's not, definitely not a culture that's very advanced technologically, or so it should be something pretty natural, pretty. Maybe I'm overthinking it. Didn't expect the actual belt to bother me. Stone axe and stone belt. Well, he won't have a stone axe, Stefan. As I said, I think he's gonna have a primitive axe, but this axe. Wait, I have to find it again. These type of early Bronze Age axes. This one. See? Now these aren't stone axes, but I really like their shape. So thanks, Sander. Yeah, well, these are good. I did them like maybe 2 or 3 years ago, but I was drawing a lot more back then, so it was easier for me to draw. But you can see I didn't rub away as much as I'm today, but I got some pretty cool stuff. Well, these were you're the one from Norway, right? Yeah. Well, these were studies I made for one of the comics I started to do. I like your original idea about the heads tied to the belts by the hair. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that. I think. So yeah, these were characters I made for a comic book back some time ago. So we've got Bjorn, that was supposed to be kind of a hunter, you know, and Einar, that was a noble. Here we've got Odin, of course. Well, there's many research. Bjorn was gonna become some kind of shaman, because the shamanism was a lot more how do you say, present in old Scandinavia than we think. I mean, Odin is mostly a shaman, you know. He's got the same rituals to achieve knowledge than shamans do, you know. Getting drunk, or actually getting hurt to achieve knowledge and entering into a sort of trance. I don't know if you call this trance. But yeah, we've got Thor here, very influenced by Mike Mignola. He did artworks on Viking mythology. That's also where the sign of my channel comes from. It's Mjolnir, that was drawn by Mike Mignola. We've got many research here, many characters and stuff. We've got Freya here with a sort of Klimt dress. Yeah. There's many stuff here. There's something cool I can show you. Yeah. These little guys I created. I was looking for some minor enemies that the boys could fight, because they were obviously very young at the beginning of the adventures. And so these I called Nagel Thjoft. It's based on Norse. I can't even pronounce it. And they're supposed to be feasting on dead bodies and not really feasting. Following one of the legends of Scandinavian mythology, of Norse mythology, is that when dead people were buried, you really had to trim their nails from their hand or feet, because if you didn't, the nails would be used to build a boat that was gonna carry an army of dead the day of Ragnarok. So basically, these I invented are supposed to be dead children that were left during the Utbyrd, if I'm correct. Utbyrd, yeah. It wasn't very common, but it probably existed nonetheless. It was when the head of the family decided not to keep a child. Maybe it was born from an illegitimate relationship with a slave or something like that. In any case, if he decided not to keep the child was died and was brought back to life by a Jotun, so a giant, or I think it was Hel. I decided it was supposed to be Hel, the goddess of Hel. And their job basically was to go into tombs and to trim with their own tooth, to trim the nails from the hands and from the feet of the dead corpses, and to bring them back to Hel to be able to build the ship that was gonna be able to invade during Ragnarok. So I was pretty happy with these nasty little buggers, and also their pretty tragic origin. Like in most cases in mythology, in the Norse mythology, all the bad things that come towards the gods were actually their maids that really had it coming in most cases, because they're pretty cruel, and they sow their own chaos. But probably you want me to go on the drawing. Maybe you don't want to see the old drawings I've done. Love to read these comics. Yeah, definitely we need more Viking stories, really based on mythology. That's why I started these, but I didn't finish it. You see how much time it takes to draw live here. Of course, I'm a bit rusty, but it takes time. Doing a comic book is even longer. So it's very it's fast to read, but it's really long to do. It's a job, and I'm not currently having the time to do this as much as I want to. These guys were supposed to be hanged men, because Vikings used to ritually hang slaves or free people. Sometimes they were free willing, but I don't think it was the case most of the times. And these guys are basically being reactivated by Odin on will, and can attack people with how do you call this? These swords that were found in bogs that were ritually bent and offered to the gods. So these are armed with these kind of swords. Hey Spark. I'm actually drawing and showing a few drawings I made, because I'm doing something Viking oriented mostly. And I had these drawings, so I show. These were creatures I've invented also for the same story. Supposed to be twins, guardians, guarding an artifact, and actually pretty funny. So they were both the comic relief of the story, and also pretty badass and pretty cool in the story. Yeah, so you've got some stuff here, but I'm not gonna show you everything, because it'll take a little too much time. But you've got some nice drawn ones, and some of them are a bit done a bit fast. So this one was nice, but it's not finished. Some fun stuff, but yeah, stealing some crap out of sort of trolls, kobolds. You've got Einar being a rich dude that always wanna get richer, and the other one just throwing the riches at the head of the trolls. It's pretty funny. Yeah, you've got Ulr, that's supposed to be the god of ski, mountain. So I decided to make him kind of a Jotun, kind of a giant, but a positive one. Because gods and giants in Viking mythology are really approached the one to the others. They are basically brothers. Here you've got Hildisvirni, the boar of Freya. And let's see. This Einar building a trap. Yeah. This is Irokin, Jotun that is supposed to be even stronger than Thor. She's pretty badass. So she's actually huge, right? She's a giant, so a human should be, yeah, yay big. And mounting a giant wolf. There's many stuff here. Shouldn't show you everything. Some sort of generic beast, Landvaettr beast, I guess. Oh yeah, that was supposed to be the cover. Well, for a time I thought it was gonna be the cover of our first comic. There you go. So it's pretty fun stuff. And these were supposed to be some bad guys in the first comic. Some really bad guys that were gonna track the heroes. Maybe I'll do this comic if I get the time. I really like the design of these different head. I was inspired obviously by bats. You know, there are many types of bats, and each one of them is different and with different weapons and such. And these are pretty nasty dudes. You know, vicious dudes. This was just a drawing I did of a sort of self-portraits Mignola mode, because I'm a huge fan of my Mignola. So this is me and my girlfriend, obviously with some Viking artifacts behind me, because I was a huge fan by the time, still am, and she likes raccoons and octopuses, so there you go. Okay, in any case, I think showed you about everything. There are other drawings, other fun drawings, you know, like this one, but or there are many things, but I'm not gonna show you everything, right? I should keep going with the drawing, I guess. Yeah. Oops. So, yeah, doing a comic is very long and tedious. I have an ongoing comic that I have in advance in like 1 year or so. I can give you the link if you want. It's on a blog I have, but it's not RPG or fantasy related. Well, it is in a sense, but not the same type of fantasy. Go read it right here. Huh. Well, thanks. The problem is when you have many projects, you don't have time to end any of them. You see. But see, I'm already pretty happy to be able to draw today. You can't do you know, work, do sport, do crafting, do role-playing games, and also make comic books. You can draw from time to time, I guess, but you have to choose. Those Viking shields were very fragile, you know. They were made for a one-time use. That's why in duels, Home Ganga, the dual sacred jewels, or lawful jewels, you had several of them available in case of breakage. They were also bigger than the ones seen in movies or shows nowadays, or even used in reenactments. They were thinner, bigger, and more fragile because they were supposed to be with one use. Now today the reenactors, well, they don't want the shields to be damaged very quickly, so they make it actually heavier than they used to be. Okay, I should find a nice position for the... wait. Okay, she's gotta get a strap here. She's gonna have her braid going forward here. So if you want a technique for drawing braids, well, drawing braids is just like braiding a hair. There's one strap that's gonna go in front, then the other one, and then you've got a braid. See? Of course there are easier ways to draw it if you don't want to get that detailed, but I should maybe have more of a something a bit more natural, a bit more like this. Make a slight depression here. Bit more curved. And then she's gonna have some beads here. But I should concentrate on this dude, as I said. Now for the metal parts, most important is to go for very hard highlights. Of course, it's exactly the same method if you're painting a miniature. If you want the metal to, if you want it to have a very metallic shine, go with very hard highlights, very hard shadows, and also I'm gonna make some dents. Looks pretty good. By the end, the drawing is probably gonna look pretty good, you know. I'm actually good to do shadows and such, so by the end it should look pretty nice. Just with the sheer contrasts and such. But as I was saying, I should do the belt. Now skulls, right? Okay, I'm gonna make the skull of an elongated skull. Okay, I may do something. Okay, I'm gonna try something. I'm gonna try something. I'm not an expert in anatomy, but you see something? Do you see what I'm doing? Yeah. Now I should probably take a reference pic, but I guess I'm just going for a generic. Yeah. Yeah, shadow was great. Shadows and highlight are my favorite. I've done many drawings only by drawing by shadow, only light and shadow, and you form the shapes only with shadows and such. But this drawing is going to be very contrasted by the end. I'm gonna give volume like this, you know. So there's supposed to be a muscle here, right? I think going there, something like this. He's got the butt protruding a little too much. Yeah. There's supposed to be some kind of muscle here, like, you know. I think anatomy is pretty hard to get right. There's supposed to be some antlers going here. Now, how do antlers look? I think they look like this. And then they're like sort of like this, I guess. Doesn't really look like an actual the head of a deer or something like that, but it's close enough, I guess. And for the rest, he's gonna be like, yeah, it's definitely gonna be like, you know, shit. There's gonna be other heads, like human heads. Should be a bit better to draw human heads, but I'm not even sure. It's been a long time. Yeah, he's got his trophies. And the rest of the belts, what is it gonna be? Bone? No. Leather? No, it could, you know. Could just be plain leather. It's gonna be plain leather. I'm way too messy. But at least it's gonna hide these parts. I could add clothes, but honestly, I'm not sure if I add cloth here. So I should put something else. Maybe something, you know, going down from here. Yeah, well, it could be some kind of, yeah, some kind of fur. Haven't decided yet. I'm gonna put some fur though. Does he have a tail? I don't know. Okay, so I'm gonna do the foot. It's gonna be very human-like with a bit fur. Not sure yet. Might change afterwards. Still a strong dude. Definitely a strong dude. Okay, time to do something for the head of this girl. Then the hand first. Hands are hard to draw. You know? Always being a pain in the ass. Oh, he's obviously gonna be fingered like a human. Fingers are, I'm not 100% happy with the fingers, but I used to be better at drawing fingers. Oh well. See that later. face isn't that expressive. This is more of a generic shouting face. Not entirely fond of it. But will do for now. Hers is a little better though. Okay. I'm not exactly sure how the torso, where is it, because her head is there, but so this is the middle of the torso. Because this armor is set on top of her body, so if she's got a little bit of breasts, it's gonna hang this way, right? I think. Thing like that, I guess. And then it's gonna become like this again. Okay, the scales obviously take some time, but you gotta get them right. I'll be able to change things afterwards, but if I get it too wrong, it will look odd. But to really make the scales, you need to work the shadows to give this shine effect. See here, the shadow is on top and the light comes from under. It's sort of a counter light. Here you can see the slight gap, even if in reality I'm not sure there's going to be a gap, but she's cartoony, so there's a slight shadow here showing that the scales go a little inwards, besides between the breasts, and here it's light on top and shadow under. That's how you get the volume, but that will be afterwards. She's having a lot more males on this version than on the previous one. Which is alright, because I'm not doing a copy for say. I'm just using it as a reference. It's starting to look like something, right? Now to do chainmail, there are different techniques you can do. What I do is draw bands, rows, and then I apply this sort of pattern one way and the other. See? On one way it's curved to the left, and on the other one it's curved to the right, and you get this interesting shape that reminds of the chainmail pattern. Oh shit, there was some complex stuff right here. It was something like that. Okay, I'm gonna do this later because I can't really bother. She needs to have under lip. She's a bit more expressive. Okay, now that just looks off. I'm gonna make her chin protrude a little more. Not too much, otherwise she'll look a bit goofy, but there's gonna be a ton of shadow here. This on the shield. Obviously. Hey, Ip Story, Dip Story. Thanks. Trying my best to get back to drawing. And it's alright. God, I don't even remember when's the last time I actually did a complete drawing. I mean, I draw from time to time at work with the kids, but you know, it's more to show them some stuff. If they want to draw something, I show them a few tricks, but never ends up to be a fully made drawing. Oh god, I'm gonna start doing the shadows now, am I? With I don't like doing shadows with the pencil. You take too much time and the end result is way too... It's not as... Shit, I'm at a loss for words. I'm sorry guys, it must be pretty unnerving to hear me ramble and not finding my words, but bear in mind I'm not completely fluent. I'm not an native English speaker, so sometimes I'm at a loss for words. When you're using only the pencil, it's hard to have a very contrasted... Yeah, I see you. That was fast. Hi, bye. See you later. See you later. Who's there left? Well, we aren't very numerous. Or 3 of us. Who's there? Say hi. Okay. Because I don't really know who's there if you haven't spoken for a long time. What do you do right now, Sunder? And Stefan also. What are you guys doing while I'm drawing? Maybe you're watching from time to time, but it's been almost 1 hour, over 1 hour and a half, almost 2 hours, so I guess you guys must be doing something else. No? Maybe you're watching me. Could add another skull here. Working on your D&D world, setting up quests for Sunday. Cool. My English is fine. Yeah, it's fine, but sometimes I'm at a loss for words. Oh, thanks. Just sometimes I don't know how to find my words. It's annoying, but I'm glad if it is still enjoyable. First time I made her an awesome shield. I was really happy with the result because I'm not used to drawing birds, and the swan really came out great when I did it. But I'm not gonna do the same motif here, obviously. Oh shit, there's something I didn't see. The umbo isn't at the mill. Damn. Well, you know what? Her shield just became bigger. There's no problems, only solutions. There you go. Nailed it. Yeah, so I'm not gonna go with such details. Because obviously I don't have the space, so I'm gonna go with a generic shield. I'm gonna do it at the end because it's not the most fascinating thing to do. So I thought maybe I'd do like broken antlers here. As if he broke the antlers to be able to put it on top of his groin, you know? Not to get stabbed by his own belt. That would really be bad. But you know, I'm not gonna end this drawing now. I think I got stuff to do. So maybe I'll get back to it. I'll make maybe another live after, or end up on my own time. But we've advanced pretty well, see? In any case. It's a good way to start drawing again. He's a muscular dude. Gonna put some veins here. Maybe it's too much. Oh, I'll remove them later if I find it's too much. Wait, so here. Sometimes the best way to draw is to look at your actual features. Of course, I'm not nearly as muscular as the guy, but it'll help me. He's gonna have some big ass articulations here. No, that's wrong. Okay, Stefan. Good to know. In any case, I'm probably gonna go soon because my girlfriend is home too, and I didn't even properly say hello, so. Probably should go. What time is it? I'll be back in a sec. Okay, guys. So I'm gonna end up the live. I'll probably be back in few hours. So later on in the evening for me. Maybe it'll be the day for you, depending on where you're watching. I'll be back to continue the drawing. I'm probably gonna put some ink too on this because it's getting pretty nasty everywhere with the pencil. So I'm gonna start to put some ink because I've been procrastinating. I should have used the ink earlier because the placement of the characters is pretty definite now. There's gonna be some minor changes, but the volumes are here. And I've been drawing for almost 2 hours. It's a bit slow, but there's actually been some work done. You know, I didn't have to start over again, so I think it's pretty positive for at least a new start a new drawing for such a long time. So I'm pretty happy. Even if it's not finished, I might even do a little bit of background and stuff like that. But I'm gonna end the live here, and I'll probably come back later after we had some meal and a little time with my girlfriend, and then I'll be back and I'll continue drawing. So if you guys wanna hang out a bit later in a few hours, I'll be back. See you later, guys. Bye.